If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior. Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
"'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated."
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection,
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
Lord of Levin has returned to the Ether, as was Leviathan before him. Ramos' acquaintance was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin, all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man, Heidelin serving grows mighty by the day. Yet she prospers a great cost to her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but the souls are grown weak and wan. Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that's the task to which we bend out every effort. Divine Sea. Oh god, that's La Habrea? Oh Jesus. Divine Sea, wherever one to quicken in yours is fertile soil. Would it only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. Not gonna lie, that statue that they have reminds me of a particular Aeon from Final Fantasy X. The one that was mummified and had the arms crossed and that was like summoned from the death and had this really cool, like almost death-like attacks. I do not remember the name of the primal, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of that, with the whole arms crossed and the head looking kind of oval and being kind of chained up. It kind of looks like that. I do not remember the name. If you could please let me know the name in the comments below, I would love you for that. 100%. I would really no, I mean, like, no, seriously, like, I would really appreciate it if you could link me or let me know what that particular Aeon was. I can't remember off the top of my head, but nevertheless, looks like we got some things to do here with Minfilia. Apparently, we're gonna be taking on a new set of adventures. I believe that was the end for the storyline of patch 2.2, I believe. So we might be starting up here in 2.3, maybe. A hard pallet to break. Let's check on this. Now the matter of Ramuh has, for the present, been put to rest. There is something I would show you, Elliot. It is a letter of thanks, signed by the leaders of yours in Alliance, acknowledging the Science's tireless service to the realm. It mentions, in particular, the names of all the defeated primals, Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Mugulmag the 12th, sorry, not 7th, Leviathan, and now Ramuh. Needless to say, there's one among our numbers to have faced them all. And through these words of gratitude we address to our order as a whole, I feel they were meant for you above all others. I too must offer my heartfelt thanks for you for all that you've done. In the course of your duties, you've never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are a true hero, Elliot, and yours here is as much safer for your presence. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may rely upon upon to sow chaos in the realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that the man would foment strife of their own, and that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again, and again, and again. And yet, despite all of this, you did serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace. We owe in no small part in dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in doing so. Our list of enemies have been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. Of the sylphs of Little Solace, who wish not of conflict. Of all Alamegans and the Domans who stand with us, determined to hold the dread march of the Empire. And then there are the many unsung individuals who have gathered here in the Revenant's toll, honest men and women who seek to empower their skills for the good of all. Of course, when speaking of greater allies, we must not forget those close to us, by which we mean our fellow Scions. Thanks for the many and varied talent, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming, Antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, trust I will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. I don't know who it is, which is why I'm keeping with the regular voice for now. Oh, it's Alphanod, hey! Gotta get the Alphanod voice again. Alphanod, I take it the troubles in Ul'dah no longer require your attention. There are yet rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to report that I stand before you now. That, and to speak to you concerning the new organization we discussed. Ah, I have a message for you from Ellie. You recall Refugee Girl? Wait, Ellie. Was her name really Ellie? I think so. The one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. She wished me to pass her thanks to you. Why, Alphanod? Am I to understand that you made the effort of remembering the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. You gotta understand that Alphanut is still a kid, so him making friends with another kid is probably the best thing ever for him, since he, you know, he's so grown. He tries to act grown up, and him and his sister both. But if you think about it, they're actually kids. They're still just adolescent kids. So I mean, he's gonna do some childish things here and there. Making friends is pretty good for him. Elliot, you've been away from Revenant store for some time now, I believe. Oh wait, jeez, I don't know why I messed up that. Didn't even see that belief part. Might I suggest that you pull the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town. Which reminds me, Slavborn but recently inquired of all your whereabouts. I believe he has some small matter he wishes to discuss with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? I guess we'll be sticking around in Revenant store for a little bit, taking care of some chores here and there, making sure everything is in order. Sure, pretty good. We haven't been to Revenant store in forever. Actually, let's see if we can talk to Alphanut, see what he says here. Maybe he'll say a little bit more about what happened in Ul'dah. After we parted in Ul'dah, I paid a visit to the refugees. Though a fundamental solution remains far off, I believe that at the very least there should be no armed uprising in the near future. I'm given to understand that you resolved the matter of Ramuh. I asked Minfilia for a full report when next we speak. You have done well, Elliot. Thank you, Alphanut. Appreciate it. Alright, time to walk around Revenant Stall and hopefully see if we can do some help around here. I'm totally down for that. I realized that we don't really get to walk around Revenant Stall, really get to enjoy Revenant Stall much, because we are constantly being asked to go adventure here and there. Maybe I should stick around a little bit and maybe do some things around Revenant. So I believe there's also an animal weapon or a relic weapon, not really animal weapon, but a relic weapon that I could work on for my monk class. I do not know if it's gonna be worth the amount of grinding I'll have to do. Apparently the weapons are extremely grindy, especially the animal weapon that are happening right now over in Heavensward. It's an extreme grind that was going to take you a while in order to actually acquire your weapon. And with the pacing that we're going over right now for the quest line and the story mode, I think it'll be just more efficient. Oh, hi, how's it going? Hi, Lily, how's it going? Here's a friend, Lily, here. She was in the free company, but she started her own free company here. Let me see if I can wave over. There we go. Hello. Anyway, I need to head over to Slavborn here and talk to him real quick and see what he's up to. Hello, Slavborn. Oh, I see what fine adventure your friend has returned. Dust of the road still clinging to your boots. Did the Science have no work for you this day then? Then Tess didn't send you my way, did she? Well, it is not urgent, but could certainly do with help. You see, Revenant Store has become something of a favorite destination for adventurers. Part of that is due to the town's growing fame, but a godly number of green heroes to come here to follow in your footsteps. Somebody hit the ground? I heard somebody hit the ground really hard. Ouch. When I say green, I mean fresh out of the ground. I don't know one end of the sword from the other, green. I've done what I can, but what can they really need to is good talking from someone they respect. An adventurer who has done it all. Aye, Elliot, that would be you. And naturally, the one last who would most benefit from your wisdom is nowhere to be seen. She was off to slay Haplets, and was due back some time ago. Got herself in over her head as usual. Now that I think about it, there may be the perfect opportunity for you to treat her to a demonstration of your skills. I consider it a personal favor if you could head out to the Singing Shard and show the amateur how it's done. Singing Shard to show the amateur how it's done. We could probably do that. See if you can find where that's at. Alright, so we need to head up there. The Singing Shard. A hard pallet to break. I like the puns that they got in the quest name, because think about it. Hard pallet to break? Hard habit to break? Yeah. It's pretty fitting. Some of them are a lot more clever than this one, but I do like how creative they get with some of the quest names and how, I mean, it does take creativity to actually, turn quest names punny. I wonder how it is in the other versions of the game, like German, French, and Japanese version. I wonder if they try to do some puns here and there as well. Maybe they do. Let's go ahead and head over there. God, the crystal tower from here, and the crystals itself in general, look absolutely gorgeous at night. Especially with a clear sky like this, it's very, very lovely. I think it's actually, let me check here, see if I can I not, there we go. I should be able to use the mouse now, and unhide Fair skies, not clear skies, but hey, still, at least the skies are pretty fair, so that's pretty good. We go ahead and actually mount up on my chocobo again. Let's look for our adventure. We just slay Hapalids threatening the struggling adventurer in the Singing Shards. We also, I don't know what adventure they're talking about. Hopefully we get to meet him pretty soon. Are you serious? You don't realize who I am, right? Like, one single punch and you're dead. Maybe a couple of punches. Maybe a couple of kicks. Alright, you want some kicks? You want some punches? We'll give you all the kicks and punches. No problemo. Done. Oh god, it's so unfair that we're so overpowered. Thank you, Ophelia, again for the gear. It's actually really, really awesome. I love the gear that I got currently right now. Hopefully I can save this set, because honestly, it's a really solid set. I could probably use it. Actually, can I use it for a ninja? Let me check here. Let me see if it actually allow me to use it for a ninja, or is it just monk? Looks like it's just monk, sadly. Oh well. Yeah, it's okay. Let's see if you can head over this way and find some more Hapalids to actually take out. But your Hapalids over here, and we got the lake. Beautiful, beautiful lake with some lightning effects. Yeah, it has some lightning here and there. I don't want to track all the Hapalids on me. I want to see if this one maybe turns around so we can go around them. The other one turn around as well. Come on, buddy. Go ahead and turn around. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't want to endanger or, you know, make crazy with the wild. Whoa. Make crazy with the wildlife, but at the same time, sometimes we'll have to. Whoa, look at this. That looks absolutely gorgeous. I love this. I don't think I've ever seen this particular part of the Revenant's toll. This looks absolutely gorgeous, and there are the tomes over there that were holding in Bahamut from a long time ago. They see this, the key sticking out? That was one of the few keys, or one of the few tomes that were holding in Bahamut within the prison. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at the colors and the swirls. I love it. Looks so beautiful. God, this game is so good. Anyway, let's see if you can find the Hapalids to take out around here.